Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. It's courtesy of Ross. Thank you so much, Ross. Really appreciate it. And I don't think I've ever had a beer quite like this. I've had ones close, very similar. And I think I actually know how to pronounce this now. This is Deth by Plums, not Death by Plums, but apparently it's pronounced more like Deth. Imperial Stout aged with plums. Well, it's an Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels with plums, 11.7% ABV, and it's from Revolution Brewing. Get my hand out of the way. I love that. So I've had, barrel aged stouts with many different adjuncts. I don't think I've ever had plums. I've had plums definitely in quads and maybe even a couple quads that were aged in barrels. I can't for the life remember having a stout with plums that was also barrel aged. But anyway, bourbon barrels, if I didn't specify what kind of barrels. It's pretty dark, but there is some brown or like dark brown. It's like kind of like a dark cola color. Yeah, what you're seeing, yeah, pretty close to what I'm seeing. A little bit. You can see like a little bit of brown on these edges down here. So yeah, it's pretty much it's a black, but with some really dark brown as well, depending on what part you're looking at. The head, almost nitro, teeny tiny bubbles into small bubbles. I guess like a generic mocha head, um, half a finger maybe at this point. Yeah, it just looks beautiful. Let's get into the aroma. It smells awesome. I don't get a lot of plums specifically, um, but I mean it has that chocolate milk and dark chocolate. You're getting that bourbon barrel coming through nice. There's roast, but it's not like the most like roasty tobacco leathery thing, but there is a nice roast there. Some nice coconut, actually some really nice coconut. A little bit of vanilla, not surprising. Some caramel. That's their thing. Really nice caramel. I like that note a lot in this. Okay, but like I said, I'm not getting plums yet. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. You do get in the taste. Hmm. I don't dislike it, but I'm not 100% on board yet. It adds a kind of an interesting jam quality. Not how, because I don't know how many big barrel aged stouts I've had where you get a nice jammy berry note. This is different than that. So it's not berry. It is kind of more plum. Shocker. Hmm. Okay. The initial sip was like exactly what I want out of a bourbon barrel aged stout. Then that plum kicks in. That's where it gets a little interesting, a little harder to kind of figure out my thoughts on it. So that one, it didn't take long for that plum to kick in. It's very plum juice, a little pruny, which makes sense. Or maybe it doesn't make sense, but isn't surprising. Um, you get the chocolate, you get that barrel, you get some of that roast. In those ways, it's similar to the aroma. I'm not getting that big caramel thing that was so amazing in the aroma. Am I getting the coconut? Kiss of that vanilla. Okay, so if I'm going to call it a kiss of vanilla, I got to call it a peck on the cheek of coconut in the taste. The aftertaste, I maybe it's just because I said it, and I have not had this in I don't know how long, but it kind of has this like cola aftertaste. And I'm not a big soda drinker, and I literally don't remember the last time I had cola. I was maybe high school, but even back then I would drink root beer if I was gonna have soda. So maybe even like middle school. So it's been a long time, but it's what I'm remembering cola tasting like. Hmm. If you could take this exact plum prune taste and put it in a nice quad, like I mentioned earlier, makes me think of, is it, oh, and I have the poster in my basement when I do the beer reviews down there. The Sierra Nevada Ovila, like it kind of reminds me of that, but like yeah, if you could take that might be a is that a double or a quad? Anyway, if you could take that exact plum note and put it into a dark Belgian style ale, a double, a quad, preferably, um, for sure I'd be over the moon about it. In this bourbon barrel aged big stout, again, I don't dislike. It's weird. I don't dislike it, but I also don't know if I like it. I okay. I like it, but I don't love it. But I do like it. I'm good with one can. I probably wouldn't like if I okay. So I've tried this. Tomorrow I go to the beer store and they have a 4 pack of it. I'm not buying it though. So to me, I like it enough that I'm glad I tried it. If I go back in time, I would try it again. You see what I'm saying? Like, but I don't. But now that I've had it, I probably won't revisit it or try to revisit it. But yeah, yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it. If I go back in time, I would try it, but I would not buy this if I saw it on the shelf tomorrow. Um, it's cool. It's different. It's really good. And then the plum does this thing where it's hard to then still think it's really good. Um, I mean, that aroma was, and then the taste without the plum on board with, and then that plum just does just weird in the style. I guess I'll leave on that. But yeah, cool beer to try. Yeah, I'm glad I got to try it. And I was really excited when Ross was like, I have one if you want to try it. I'm like, yeah, it's love to try it. So I'm glad I tried it. I will leave it at that. Bruno's hemming and hawing. I think he wants to make moves and go do something. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks again, Ross. Check me out on Instagram and on Tapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.